a love story with a horror movie, or a horror movie with a love story, or maybe it just doesn't matter. What's up everybody, back today to review Spring, and I really wanted to get to it even though I'm a little bit late here. This is directed by Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, and they did the VHS viral clip Bone Storm, and they also did a film that's still available for instant on Netflix called Resolution, and Resolution had a strange ending. Interesting movie. If you haven't seen that one, start there. So that's what made me kind of excited for Spring, so I definitely had to see it. Let's get into it a little bit. Basically, the story starts off with this young man played by Lou Taylor Pucci. His name's Evan, and his life in America is just going downhill. His family's dying off, so he decides, you know, I'm gonna go on a clean slate. I'm gonna go to Italy and travel the world a little bit. But he starts in Italy, and basically he winds up running across this girl, Louise, played by Nadia Hilker. And she's just this beautiful girl, and this love blossoms between the two of them. And from there, we found out more of the mysteries of what's going on with Louise. And it's really a love story with, you know, I would say 15% horror, really. And maybe 5% sci-fi thrown in. There's some good and there's some bad stuff. But on the love chemistry level, I thought the film kind of worked. I really cared for the two characters by the end of the film. Not saying it's a perfect film. Let's get into it a little bit. Like I said, first of all, the chemistry between the two lead characters, I bought it. I felt that they were kind of falling in love. So that's a good thing when the main story's a love story, right? And there's some fun dialogue in this film. Not all the dialogue's the greatest. At the beginning of the film, when he's still in America, there's a scene at the bar that's really cheesy. But from there, the dialogue picks up. It's a lot better. The acting just between the two main characters is a lot better. There's some real nice character development. So I liked that in the story. It draws you in. It's about 30 minutes before anything of horror-nishness happens or whatever. But the story was still interesting up till then. You're kind of wondering what's going on with this girl. And slowly you do find out what's going on with her. I just wish they would have worked in some more kills and stuff maybe. I think there was only like 1 or 2 kills in the whole movie. I just would have preferred maybe a little bit more horror because they really had the love story part down right. Besides that, there are some good FX. There's one scene in particular I like the FX. The practical stuff looks good, but that takes me to the bad things of this movie. There is some horrible CGI. I don't know why they mixed the two. I know it's a low budget film, but they should have just stuck with a little more subtle practical effects, and I think it would have worked a lot better because the camera work in this film is interesting. They didn't really need to go with the whole CGI because they just didn't need to go there. And like I said, a little slow, about 30 minutes to anything horror movie related sort of happens. The cheesy opening in the bar. Another thing that kind of rubs me wrong about this movie is the end of the film. Either way would have been predictable. Either way would have been cheesy. They chose one path, and I don't know if you're gonna like it. I wasn't particularly fond of the ending. Then to tell you the truth, my wife was also watching it with me, and she was kind of like, the ending. But overall, in summary, I think the film is above average. I think it's something you want to see as a horror movie fan because I think Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead are, you know, up-and-comers, definitely great directing team. Justin Benson also wrote this. So I think there's somebody to watch. Resolution was awesome. I liked Bone Storm, which I know a lot of people didn't. This is another good entry, not really my type of thing. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5 because I do think it's above average. Some great camera work. Really shows the tie-in between the earth and the sea in this movie. I really like the way they show a lot of the overviews of the city, and it's a coastal town, so it's pretty cool. Does harken a little bit to maybe some H.P. Lovecraft. One of my friends, you know, mentioned that film Dagon. There's some of that going on. There's definitely some tentacle stuff. But yeah, I'm not a big H.P. Lovecraft reader, so I know that's sad. One day I'll get to it, I promise. But yeah, I would imagine this is some H.P. Lovecraft type mystery, mythology type thing like that. It's about primordial old things with a hint of science fiction. I don't know. I mean, it's a film I don't think I'll forget about soon because it is different. It just really wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, I know. So 3.5 out of 5. If you've seen Spring, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you soon.